It's a Monday, but it's school holidays, so there's so many people at the zoo. We thought because it's kind of rainy that there wouldn't be that many people here. Get up and close and personal. The giant tortoise. There's a tortoise show on right now. It's 11.
I see the wolf back. You're allowed to go in there.
Yeah, but only if you pay.
When are we allowed to go in for? And what are we allowed to go in there for?
Oh, only if you pay extra money to go in there, buddy.
If you guys come over to this one over here.
Tortoise Junction. Ooh.
Alrighty, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to Australia Zoo and welcome to Elephants Live. My name is Brooke, if we haven't already met today, but more importantly, let me introduce you to our beautiful elephants. So the girl who is headed towards the pool there at the moment, her name is Christina. Now we do more commonly refer to her as Tina most of the time. She is the younger of the two, so she is only 13 years old. She will be celebrating her birthday a little bit later on in the year. Now, even though she is the younger of the two, she is actually the larger of the two. So she does weigh in around the 2,400 kilo mark. And she is what we would call a typical teenager. She is quite a vocal elephant, loves to let us know whenever there is something in her habitat there that she doesn't want in there. Things like birds or lizards are her least favourite, and she can be quite dramatic about it as well. Now, our other girl, who is just above over there, who's grabbing her ice block now. They've changed on me as soon as I turned around. So that girl there is Whittier. So Whittier is the older of the two. She is 22 years old. Celebrated her birthday last month. There you go. Now Whittier's walking to the pool. So Whittier is, even though she's older, she is the smaller of the two. So she actually weighs in about 500 kilos less than Tina. So weighing in around the 1,900 kilo mark, she is our smallest elephant, but she is actually our most food motivated elephant as well. So she is usually the first to turn up whenever there is food involved, and she is always the one who is most keen for her training as well. Now we are very lucky here at Australia Zoo. We do actually have 4 beautiful elephants. So we do have another 2 girls out the back. Their names are Megawati and Rafflesia. So Megawati is our matriarch elephant and our largest elephant. So she is 2,700 kilos and she's 24 years old. And our youngest elephant out the back is Rafflesia. So Raff is 8 years old and definitely our cheekiest and smartest elephant as well. Now we do have a total of almost 20 acres for these girls. So in addition to the habitat that you can see here, they do also have a corridor at the back there that leads back to barn yards and a bush paddock. So our other 2 girls are enjoying a 10-acre bush paddock all to themselves today. Now if you would like to be able to tell these 2 girls apart for your photos or videos later on when you head home, there is one really great way that you can tell them apart nice and easily. So Whittier is swishing her tail around there. You can see that it is quite a short tail and it really doesn't have much tail hair on it at all. And Tina, who is under the shelter over there, she is giving you her better side. And you can actually see that her tail does almost touch the ground and has lots of beautiful tail hair on it. So that is the easiest way to tell them apart. Now we do have our wonderful model James with us today, who has started right down that end. And he is actually bringing around a sample of tail hair for you to have a look at. And you can also have a feel of it as well if you would like to. Now this is tail hair that has come from our elephants. They do naturally lose their hair just like we do. So we have found this when doing cleans and put it in a little bunch so that you can have a look at it. And I definitely recommend having a feel because it is definitely not what you would expect. Species of elephants, 2 in Africa and 1 in Asia. And then your Asian elephants are actually broken down into 3 different subspecies. So Sumatran elephants are the smallest and the hairiest subspecies of Asian elephants. And they are probably one of the most lesser known types. So if you do imagine an elephant, or a lot of the time if you see a drawing or a picture of an elephant, you are actually looking at an African elephant. And there is quite a few differences between that classic African elephant and our beautiful girls here. Now our girls here, they do actually have an extra toe on each of their feet, which do require pedicures on a regular basis. So these girls do get their pedicures once a week or once a fortnight, depending on what they need. And just like us, they do quite enjoy it. Now, they also do have an extra rib. So Sumatran elephants have an extra rib more than every other type of elephant. Now, it is actually thought that potentially this type of elephant was the first to evolve down from the mammoth, and the other types of elephants evolved from them. Now, while they are eating their ice blocks there, you might get a good look while Whittier has got her mouth wide open. You might get a look at her teeth as well. So, while she's chewing on that ice block, she is using 4 very large molar teeth at the back of her mouth there. Now, they do go through about 6 sets of teeth throughout their lifetime. And they go through something called molar progression. So basically that means that they don't lose an entire tooth the way that we do. They will lose it little bit by little bit. But we do have a replica of an elephant tooth. So one tooth looks like this. It is about the same size and weight to your common household brick. Now, one of the differences between your Asian and African elephants is what is on the front side of that tooth. So Asian elephants do have these little indents or grooves that go in a horizontal pattern, where your African elephants have more of a diamond shape, and that is just because they do eat some slightly different foods. But these girls are definitely not afraid to eat their fair share. So these girls do eat about 100 to 150 kilos of food each every single day. Now these girls also do have one little finger-like appendage right on the tip of their trunk, which Tina is currently using to pull apart her palm log. So these girls, that is unique to Sumatran elephants. The African elephants actually have 2 of those finger-like appendages on the tip of their trunks. Now the biggest difference that you've probably already noticed is that our girls do actually have a lack of tusks. That is because in Asian elephants it's actually only about 70% of the male population that grow full tusks. Female Asian elephants grow what's called tushes. So they are basically much smaller versions of a tusk, and they just protrude out of their top lip, and these girls will use them like incisor teeth. Now, despite there being so many differences between our elephants here and elephants around the world, there is one similarity that is across all elephants. Now, that is how they are all doing out in the wild. Sumatran elephants specifically, they are classified as critically endangered, so there is actually thought to be less than 2,000 of this type of elephant left out in the wild. Now, that is for a few different reasons. The first is human-elephant conflict. Another one is palm oil plantations, and the third one is that classic ivory trade that you would all be aware of.
Might go back to the door.
Someday we'll do a safari.
Yeah. Could have did one in
Disney World.
So what did you think?
Seen one animal, seen them all.
Brandon's not a zoo person apparently. It's a pretty good little enclosure though.
The Asian otters were cute.
Yeah.
So the work on targeting, and it's falling over. So basically large version of a cat. There's a couple of major differences. They push most of and one of those things is the ability to walk. So then 5 years of age, that's when he would actually start to want to mate and have his own family. Oh, good boy, give him a round of applause. That took a lot of skill, so he actually managed to catch it before it hit the ground. That's an improvement yesterday. If it does go over the bottom, sometimes he dives down to get it, but other times he doesn't. So just, it depends on him, but he's even getting more confident getting his head all the way under the water, so it's completely up to him, but he has managed to get that one. And there is a floating piece here in the middle too, so we'll be able to see whether he's going to reach out from the north or actually jump in from the side to get it. This is where tigers are able to find their water and net. Okay, so now he's proved to me that he's got great balance across the boat. Those little pieces he managed to get, and now does he want to jump in and get the floating piece from the boat? So it's all about reward. Is anything worth the effort to do? At the moment, it doesn't look like it is for Nelson. It's not a big enough piece of meat, but that's okay. It can't always be easy for him. We want them to think. We want them to be mentally enriched. So at some point here, he's going to recognise that there's a piece at the top of the tree, and you might get to see him climb as well, but he could go 20 minutes before he does that. Here he goes up the tree. Wow, give him a clap, guys. Good boy, Nelson. So really just gripping on with those claws. And that's like us trying to climb with fingernails, except he weighs.
I was away, well, I pop out to enrichment. These guys are extremely inquisitive, so if I have to stay out there while I put this out, it'll be a very different journey. So I'll pop these out, then I'll let them back out, and we'll have a bit more of a chat. Full house this afternoon. In front of us we have Daisy and Percy, so they're our two Asian small-clawed otters. They've been with us until about 2 and 3, now they're about 7 and 8, well no, it's not about, they are. So Percy is 8, Daisy is 7, they are brother and sister. So basically this afternoon, we see these guys about 6 times a day at the moment. Find myself a spot somewhere. So this is actually their 4th feed of the day. They eat about a third of their body weight every single day. This afternoon enrichment. So the idea of enrichment generally is to encourage, I guess, natural behaviours. So they would spend about 5-6 hours a day foraging in the wild. So I'm not going to stand here for 5-6 hours this afternoon. The next 10 minutes or so, this guy will show us some of those natural behaviours, which is pretty cool. So they are not actually specialised otter toys, not much to market otter toys. So these are actually just your everyday run-of-the-mill kids toys. So you have seen them at home, they are probably exactly the same thing. So it does work equally as well. So these guys are extremely dexterous, so with their hands they can get into basically anything. So very well much has an otter-proof this enclosure, because they are very strong, very clever, and really can get into anything. So some of the foods they might eat might be mussels, like crayfish, piggies and stuff like that. So that's been I would get into all of that.
Yeah, look at me on this side of the camera.
dropping them. Like the ones you dropped. Where are you going?
These couple characters are pretty hard to miss. Those headbirds that can live to be 100 years of age, but will forever remain as hyperactive as a 5-year-old child.
Too true, Millie. Well, and that of course head on home. Why don't we take this from feathers to scales?
It is, but at the same time, we want to teach you guys how to stay safe when you're up in Northern Australia in crocodile territory. So what I'm doing right now is a big mistake. I'm already standing way too close to the water's edge. This is the crocodile strike zone. In reality, you want to be about 3 to 5 meters back. So right now, I'm already making a huge mistake by being in here.
Yes, so I want to reiterate to everybody here, don't do this. The reason we're doing this is because Steve built the Crocodile with clear water. Being at the water's edge is very dangerous. And you know, Chandler, this is the point when Steve used to actually get in the water with the crocodile.
Holy moly. Well, Minnie's all for grace. I reckon I could do it.
What
could go wrong? Let's give it a shot. All right, so we have Scrappa coming out here. Keep your eyes peeled right here in the canal. Now, the Crocodile is clear water, so you can see Scrappa making his way out. If this was deep, dark, murky water, you have no idea there's a croc moving through deep water. Now, I'm in his territory. This gets him fired up, really grumpy, so now that he's all grumpy, Terry, he's all yours.
No, Scrappa! No! Sit, stay. Yes! Okay, now what I'm going to do is send Chandler in again so I stay safe.
All right, let's do it.
He's young. He's
Come over here,
tender.
Scrappa. Come over here. There you go. Now you can see, as soon as I touch his water, he's right on to me. Terry's actually closer to him than I was, but he is switched on to me because he knows me being in water, he does not like it. That's where he shines. Now, we'll see if we can get Scrappa lined up for another strike here by the water's edge. Ooh, you make me nervous, Scrappa. Come on, buddy. Yeah, nice work. Good strike, Scrappa. Look up here at the food. Got some sushi for you.
Erupted, and this croc head came out and grabbed a fruit bat. It was the coolest thing ever, unless you were the fruit bat. Yeah, so this is natural behavior, and this is why you don't want to sit on a limb over the water in crocodile territory, just in case this guy's underneath. Whoa, good job, Scrappa. We've got his very favorite. It's a delicious little rat.
Fresh from Crikey Cafe.
No, it's not. There you go. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Keep your hands and arms inside the tail walk ramp at all times.
Yes.
You're
all
very
right,
scary. No, don't. Just go get Chandler.
He really likes to look at you, doesn't he?
Go get Chandler.
Come over here.
Go away.
What are you doing, Scrappa?
I always have this dream that he figures it out and he comes around. Let's not do that.
Scrappa. Come over here. So, we're going to see if we can get Scrappa out of land one more time for you guys. So you can see top speed of a crocodile. Now, Scrappa is definitely on the upper end of that spectrum. There are myths they can run as fast as a horse. This is honestly way scarier than if you were to come out 100 miles an hour, guns blazing. There you go, Scrappa. Come on, buddy.
Just get closer, Chandler.
Yeah, thanks, Harry. Our Crocs like to play this game called Come Closer. It's a really fun game, but you can only play it once. Come on, Scrappa. Now, we're not going to play that game today. It's going to be a great show for you guys, but not so much for me. You know what, Scrappa? You came out pretty good. There you go. Nice work, Scrappa. Give it up for him.
Yeah, that was so cool. I love it. I loved it because I'm not on the end of that rope. Yeah, Chandler's just got it going there. Tug of war with a 250-kilo crocodile. That sounds like fun. I wonder who will win.
Okay. Brandon's rushing us through the zoo because he doesn't like all the people. Are you impatient?
I'm agoraphobic.
Oh, what's that?
I don't like crowds.
Oh, like your mom. You look way more angry than the king cobra, hey, with his brows.
Oh, hang on, smiling. Oh my god! Hold on. Hang on a sec, Josh. Hang on a second, William. Hang on.
And you're watching the turtle? I'm just watching the turtle eat. Or tortoise.
Did you say he's gonna run at it?
Yes, I can.
Hey, you're stiff in the butt.
It pretty much rained all day. I don't know why they call this Sunshine Coast, because this is my second time in this area and it poured both times. It's really hard to catch most of the shows. I don't know if it was just more busy today than usual, but it's like in the school holidays. Because like when we went to the tiger show, it was absolutely packed. We got there like, I think like half an hour before it started, to try and find a seat, and it was already full and they had it roped off, so luckily I found a spot by a window. And then when we went to the Otters, it was already super busy half an hour before, so I don't know if that's usual. Yeah, we missed a whole bunch of shows because this is another zoo that puts lots of things at the same time. So at 3 o'clock they had an echidna feeding, a koala show, and red pandas, I think might have been the other thing. So, and then lots of it is quite spread out. Would you say Otters was your favorite?
Yeah, they were playful.
They were playful. Right before the keeper talk, there was one bashing a rock on the rocks. Oh, tearing up the tree. They were tearing up the tree to like make a nest or something. Yeah, it was cute. Yeah, I like them, and I like the meerkat.